Shoreham Church, yeah. In the UK, lots of churches are like this. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's been well tended grounds. Little stones are headstones or gravestones or mausoleums for people. Like, got this little lane, little country lane. I go and walk down this road having a look, but this is the heart of Shoreham by Sea. That white building over there on the right hand side, but like a lot of things in the UK now, they're closing banks in little places like this, and they're forcing you to go on to online, which is great if you know how online works and you're not an oldie like me, because then you turn around and struggle with it. This red thing used to be a telephone box before mobile phones. Yeah, British Telecom used to have thousands of those around the UK. Just used to pull the door open, but this one's locked, and inside would be a telephone. Put in 10 pence, 20 pence, and then start from there. But, as I said, Monday, Shoreham by Sea. Yeah, I'm well. On the left here, we've got all these coffee shops. These used to turn around and used to be normal houses and normal shops, and they've all become a eating area within the town. When I first come here, the one on the end there, the Italian, was here. This one, the tap house, wasn't here. Teddy's was here. The one next to that, and I can't remember, don't know, the Drift, that wasn't here. And then there was a cafe on the end. So there's two being built, and you can see how popular they are. They're full, inside and outside, and the gardens out the back have been converted. So the main road's here. On the right here is the green. It's a pub. A pub is like a bar. Anyway, this is that's called the Ferry Inn, because there used to be a ferry going across where this bridge is to Ferry Road on the other side of the bridge. But this is the oldest pub in Shoreham, I believe. It was established in 1731. It's on East Street and the High Street. So East Street is this way, where I've just come from, and High Street goes down that way. So that's where I had my beer the other day. That's where I had my shandy. But anyway, let's walk over this way. This is a Pelican Crossing for those in the Philippines that don't understand. You press a button where that man is, and it's got bike or walk, and traffic lights go on. It stops cars. This way, where you see that blue car going, goes towards Hove and Brighton. At the weekend, oh look, there's the buzzer. The buzzer is turning around saying you can walk. So at the weekend they had Gay Pride in Brighton, biggest gay festival in Europe. So that happened at the weekend. And this is the glass bridge as part of the English coastal footpath, which I think is absolutely beautiful. It's been built about 10 years. They had all sorts of problems when they first built this, because it used to be cast iron and then it went onto this flexi bridge, but these glass panels used to crack and shatter. So this is the River Arun, goes up towards Arundel and goes up to Pulborough and goes inland. Yeah, so I walk across the bridge this side, and over here is Shoreham Marina, where you have the boats. The tide comes in. The tide here rises about 6 foot, so the mud banks down there, the water will go right up to where that house is, and that's Marina Berth is, and where all those yachts are. But it's looking very, very nice. This is all new for me. I've not seen this before. So we're going to come across this bridge, or walk across the bridge. Over there in the distance, there are houseboats. People that actually live on the side of the river in these renovated boats. I'm going to do a vlog on that later. There's the toll bridge. That's one of the oldest bridges in Sussex. You used to pay to cross it, and that's why it's called the toll bridge. You used to pay for it. But over here, as I said, where that arch is, keep going, it's down by my mum. So I bought some lunch, some salads, just to make sure my mum's okay. So she's been diagnosed with osteoporosis, which is degenerative bone disease, which makes her bones very, very brittle. But she's looking well. She hasn't lost her sense of humour, and he's been yakking with her, which is cool. As I said, there we go. Shoreham on the left, the Downs on the left. There's the church we've just been looking at. The church is a central point in towns in the UK, and the religion is Catholic in the UK, but predominantly it's the Church of England, C of E, which means the head of the church is the Queen, the royal family, and that was bequeathed and resolved at Henry VIII's time, because the Roman Catholic Church said that he was married and he couldn't get divorced unless his wife died. So he married and his wife couldn't bear him children, so he chopped her head off. So she was dead, so he could turn around and get married again. But they called him Henry VIII, and the reason they called him Henry VIII is because he had 8 wives, and 7 of them all lost their heads. Anyway, it's a glorious day. It's 29 degrees at the moment, but it's got you can hear that breeze, and that breeze is bringing it down to around about 18 degrees. There's a pub there on the corner on the left hand side, very busy at the weekend, and then that little road, that's where them trees are, where I'm pointing the camera between the two, the big building with the white and the blue, is known as Ferry Road, and it goes down to the ferry, which was here going across to Shoreham, or the houses on Shoreham Beach. But I'll cover that off later, because Shoreham Beach used to be a magnet for film people, but it looked like a mini Hollywood. But down this road goes along where them boats are, and I'm going to turn around and walk down in sometime, down to the end and across the bridge back into Shoreham by Sea. And I'm also going to do a vlog for you guys on fish and chips. Yeah, there are 3 very nice fish and chip restaurants, places to eat here in Shoreham. One is called the Rope Tackle, the other one is called Bundan's, and the other one is over here on the left hand side. But I'm going to show you what fish and chips is about, because chips here are not crisps that we call them in the UK, but you call them chips, like Pringles in Davao. It isn't that. So let's there we go, there's the waterside, there's the road, and we're going straight on. I love ice cream. So we've got Rocher, which is Ferrero Rocher, rum and raisin, that is my favourite of all time, vanilla, strawberry, mango sorbet, bubblegum, mint chopped chip, banoffee, chocolate, salty caramel, biscotti, black forest, gatto, pistachio, raspberry sorbet, then we got coffee and biscuit, amaretto, toffee crisp, and apple and pomegranate. There we go. Today's ice creams here at this ice cream parlour, but I'm going to turn around and get some ice creams at a later date. But I do like ice cream. It seems to be a national pastime. These are fish and chips there, Middleton's. Then you've got the Chinese restaurant, looking a bit dated now. Then you've got Beach Bakery, so they do nice bread. But I bought some bread over in Shoreham today. You've got Thais that do pizzas, and they do salads and stuff like that. Then you've got the beach shop. I'm just going to go into here because it's a post office. Caution about the tide, but then it's got about the defences and where you can walk. You can see where, and then the yellow bar is from where you can swim, and then you've got the housing where people live. The ADOR is in the bottom there, and then the do's and don'ts of Shoreham Bathing Beach. Like the Philippines, the beaches here are open to everybody. You don't turn around and have to pay. So people come here, sit, look out at the ocean. That town in the distance is Worthing. People live in these houses on the right hand side, right on the beach. It's a calm day today, and right off in the distance there's a big pole going up. That's Brighton Hove. So there's this walkway that's been down about 25 years. So houses are around the left. So lots of people are buying properties here and then refurbishing them. So houses here with the beach view. In the Philippines, I don't know, 20 million. Yeah, you've got underground parking, got your water, got your beach access. Now the houses here all have beach access up to that wall. However, some houses along here that were built before the 70s, when they started bringing in beach regulations, actually owned the beach up until this tuft of little plants here. Nobody can actually go over that area because it's owned by the person's property, so it gives you a buffer. So people can walk on this walkway or sit on the chairs, and they can use this beach here, all of this. And as you can see, it's not busy. It's a house being refurbed. What people turn around and do is they come along and buy an old house and then turn around and start doing it up. You know, you've got this house on the left hand side, little bungalow, small little bungalow. It's about 40-50 years old. It's down here getting closer to my mum's house, as these houses are actually got these new modern designs, you know, like a dormy window, which is that roof with a hatch, and then down below it, and it's got a deck, and then down below it's got another deck with an outside seating area, and then you've got the house with the Union Jack. That's always been there. That's as old as my mum's house. My mum's house was built in the 30s. These houses were built here because this used to be a film area. People used to come down here to make movies, silent movies and speakeasy movies of the 1900s. And because acting and theatre was seen as a dodgy profession, it was mainly for women of ill repute and men of ill repute. So if you went into acting, you were classed as like a prostitute or a lady of the night. You might not have been, but that's how they looked at it, because you weren't a coal miner or working in the government or a bus driver. You were flaunting your body, dancing around in swimming costumes and bathing costumes here on this beach. And this beach hasn't changed a lot. I've been coming here since mid-80s, and that's when my parents moved down here. And these houses, they've got their solar panel. It's very, very nice and warm today. Getting to October, November and December, very few people walk along here unless they're hardy and they got their clothes and everything. But as you can see, these houses, they're different designs. So as I said, you don't get much out of 20 million anymore on this beach if you've updated it. Old school house, if it's been here for about 30 years, will be roughly 2.5, maybe 3 million. Maybe even 4, because it's all about the plot of land. This guy here has actually put a wall around his property to stop anybody coming in, also to stop any of the tumbleweed and any of the grass stuff rolling into his garden and playing around with his grass and his landscape garden. Become a bit weird and wacky like that. There's that tall one that looks like Bart Simpson's haircut, and then there's a white one that's there. There's somebody out there living on top in the loft in that house, so it's mostly rented out. House over there next to the basketball court, that used to be owned by the waterboard, and then the one next to it used to be owned by some other corporate company, one of the major managing director executives. And then the one right on the end is my mum's. It's got the greenery around it and the shrubbery around it, so she'll be there with a carp and a fish today. I'm going to be walking down here, but the tide here goes out about 100 metres, and then it's sand base, but to get to it you have to walk across this gravel, shale, shingle, whatever you want to call it. And what holds all this gravel, shale, shingle together is this sea kelp, and you can eat the sea kelp, and you can eat some of this stuff, but There's foxes here and seagulls and different birds. Behind that nice big green thing, there's a little gate. I'm going to walk down to that little gate, and then the back door's there. That's my mum's house. So in the top there, I showed it to Annie yesterday. You look out here, there's a groin that comes out, which is the entrance to the harbour. There we go. No palm trees. Yeah. Palm tree. I walk in on the beach. 12,500 kilometres later from Davao and Samak Island and Mati, Dakhalan. I'm here, shore and beach. Yeah. No cycling, but everybody cycles because it's a great place to cycle. Yeah. Wheelchair access, fantastic. Disabled people access, very good. But that's the shore and beach, guys. This is where my mum lives. Yeah. My brother lives 20 miles down the road. We're going to go through this little footpath. Yeah.